Hello, this is RICKY, the mainstream movie guy. Hey guys, today we are bringing you our Season 7, Episode 1 review of Game of Thrones. Now, we will be going into spoilers before and after, and also talk a little bit about the sneak preview and what it could mean. So, first of all, for me, this is a very different scenario because I actually binge watched Seasons 1 through 6 this year. So I actually watched all of them. I think I finished in April. I think it took me about 2 to 3 months to finish all of it. So I didn't have to wait for any of this. By the way, I do not know how you guys waited an entire season to find out if Jon Snow had died or not. For me, I remember that day very well. I walked out of my office and I told my wife, I was like, look, I do not know what's going to happen, but all I know, if this guy who just died does not come back in 2 days, I'm done with this show. They could all die. They probably will all die, but I'm just done. Like, I was just done. I didn't care about anyone at that point. You know, Tyrion had been kind of off and not doing really anything that much, you know. Daenerys was just in her bubble and still in Slaver's Bay and dealing with all the rebellion and all that kind of stuff. So I just didn't care about anyone at that point. And Jon Snow had progressed. And then, oh man, I was just like, I can't deal with that. So that I was really curious that I was not part of that big thing when it happened. Overall for me this episode, let's talk about the beginning and the ending because those are the two really big parts. So Arya Stark got her revenge, you know, woman with no name, all that kind of stuff. She really did such a great job. And it was really great because the actor actually who did, he really kind of was acting like himself and then not like himself. And even like, you know, don't drink that wine. I don't want to waste wine on a woman kind of thing. Like, just like very much him at times, but then very much, again, just because she wanted to get revenge. You know, you can call it the Revenge of the Red Wedding or the Red Wedding 2. They all died right in front of her. So it was really interesting how it happened. And then, of course, at the end when Daenerys got to Dragonstone. And it really is kind of an interesting take on it. Just how, you know, she's got there. And it was very much a Game of Thrones ending, but I'm so used to not having to wait for this that it's very weird to me when she was like, let us begin, or like, you know, shall we begin, or something like that. And then it's just like, wait, I have to wait a whole week? That's crazy. So yeah, it's very interesting now to have to go through this and just like wait. I'm like, oh my god, but I want to know what's going to happen. So it's very curious. I wonder how long they're going to delay the Jon Snow and Daenerys meeting. I see it. It has to be like by the 4th episode. I feel like they could put it all the way to the end of the season, but I just would hope we're getting to that. I still think this season will end with Cersei done, and then we're going to get to the Night King in the next season. Let me know what you guys think with that. How do you think it's going to happen? I think everything's going to happen in the south, and then we're going to go to the north. And of course, now let's get to some of the middle parts. Euron, you know, what is his gift? Now, I've seen 2 different things on it. One is Robert's kid, who I forgot his name, but you know, last time we saw him on a rowboat, and that was about it. So we haven't seen him since. So could he be giving him, you know, a priceless gift? So something like that. Or could it be the other gift, which we're thinking in episode 3, it's like Cersei gives a gift back. And of course, the Sand Snakes gave her a gift, right? So it could be that, you know, Euron attacks the Sand Snakes and kills one, and we see one of the Sand Snakes in a battle next week, and the other one shacking up with, I forgot her name, the sister of Theon Greyjoy. I forgot the last Greyjoy's name, but you know, she was shacking up with the mom, so it's kind of interesting to see how that's going down. So obviously there's, you know, cementing their alliance, and it's going to be curious because then if right after that Euron attacks and kills one of the daughters, or all 3 of them, who knows? I'm really curious. Do you guys think the Sand Snakes are going to make it to the end of this season? I think at least one of them's dying, but I'm just curious to see how it's going to go down. Overall, I think it was a really good start to the episode, to the season. And it was really good. We got to see a little bit of Bran. I do want to see more of his flashbacks, and I really want to see if all the Starks are going to meet up. You know, I love how Arya is just going to King's Landing first, which is kind of an interesting move. I thought she would be going to Winterfell. So just kind of seeing how that's going down. But I'm curious on everything. A lot of interesting moves, even with the Hound and how they're going to go up to the north and what's going to happen. And, you know, again, they're making this guy like, why are you so special? Why does the God of Light keep bringing you back? That's a good question, and hopefully we'll get it answered. I do think if he dies this season, though, he's not coming back. Like, that is it for him. Very curious to see if I'm wrong, but yeah. What else? Jorah, you know, we saw him with this dragon scale, and, you know, he has the full disease blown out now. It's just curious if they will find a cure. Like, I'm really curious to see how that goes. You know, there's another theory going around that what if he goes into King's Landing to try to give the disease to all of them as to make sure Daenerys wins. So really kind of curious of that. Last thing, Littlefinger. Is he gonna die this season? I just feel like if there's one person that has a good chance of dying this season, it's Littlefinger. And we saw in the preview he's being choked out by someone. I don't know if that's Sansa. I don't know if that's Brienne. You know, who is choking him out? I don't know. But it's someone choking him out, and I don't know if he's going to make it past this season. I think everything he's needed to do, he's done. He's not going to get the throne, of course, or I don't believe he will. But very curious to see that. I love the plotting that everyone's doing. You know, Daenerys has her map, Cersei has her map, and everyone's just kind of planning. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to go down. Yeah, very curious. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you think is going to happen this season? What do you think is going to happen in the next episode? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you as always for watching. This has been RICKY, the Mainstream Movie Guy.